What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, something. Hit the keys. Here to give you guys a brief breakdown on how I make beats for gamers. So basically, my guy Hijack Gaming hit me up and asked me if I could sell him a couple beats, if I could make him something custom. So I thought to myself, I might as well break down to you guys kind of the things I do when I make beats just for gamers. Gamers are like an untapped market that really producers just aren't tapping into yet. I mean, think about Twitch and Twitch streams and all that stuff. They need beats for their Be Right Back screen. They need beats for their Starting Soon screens. They need beats for all that stuff. So I think, something that you guys should take into account when you're making these beats, or maybe that's an untapped market that you should look into. Make sure if you guys like this content, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to find out. But let's go ahead and get right into this beat.
Some, hit the key.
All right, guys, so Hijack Gaming basically is my guy. He does Twitch streams, he does YouTube streams, all that good stuff. What I basically did was I kind of took a look at his stream. So I watch his stream a little bit, and I kind of know the games that he plays. He's a variety streamer. So I'll leave the link and all his stuff below in the bio too, in case you wanted to check him out. And I looked at the beat that he had for his coming soon scream, and it was like a really bouncy beat that had a bunch of plucky sounds. So I didn't copy that beat, but I thought to myself, if that's what he originally picked out before I made him a beat, let me go ahead and make something in that direction. And I've also made him a couple of beats before, and that's just kind of what he likes. So basically what I did was I started off with Omnisphere, and I took this soft signs, and I just made a basic simple pattern. It sounds like this. So basically I took a pattern, I copied it over, I dropped it down a few semitones, and then I added a couple notes at the end. Nothing too big, nothing, too fancy. So then next what I went and did was I went to Omnisphere and I grabbed this new sound, and it's called Early Computer Days Lead. So basically I wanted to have something that sounded like it was a little video game noise. I just copied and I pasted that pattern and I dropped it over the next one. Cause again, I didn't want to do too much for the melody. I just wanted it to be kind of plucky, just like some of the similar sounds that he had on his stream already. So I took that noise right there, and then I added some effects on it. So the effects that I added on it, I added on an EQ, and I basically took out the low end, I took out the high end, then I put finisher micro on it, and then with finisher micro, I put the infinity effect on it, I put a reverb on it, and then I also put a delay on it, and so then after I did that, I got this sound. So basically, I have the beat broke down in 3 different parts. So this is the melody for the first part. So it sounds like this. So nothing too fancy. So then after that, what I went and did was I went and got some drums. So I basically grabbed all the drums from the Ed Talenti RIP Volume 2. I know it sounds funny, but normally when I mess with a drum kit and a beat, I normally just stick with the same pack and I just get all the stuff from the same pack. So then next I went and got an 808, and the 808 pattern basically looks like this. And then of course I did what we normally do. I just basically copy and pasted the drums onto that. I put them all to the same C5, and then I just had it follow that. So then this is what it's going to sound like with the kick and the 808 together. So then I went and got 2 separate snares, and I put both the snares on together. And so then this is what it's going to sound like with the snare on the drums. So that sounds pretty good. And then next I went and found some hi-hats. I threw the hi-hats in there. And then with the hi-hat pattern, just did a basic simple pattern. I just did every other step. Then I put a couple of rolls here, a roll here, and then I put a faster roll here. I put some accent notes down here. And then I made a roll come down here, and then I dropped a couple of accent notes down here. And then this is just what it sounds like with the hi-hat pattern. So then after the hi-hat pattern, I added some more perks in. So I added a crash and I added a perk. Now the thing with the crash was a straight accident. So I guess we'll get to the next part of the beat and then we'll get back to the crash. So what I did was I basically ran that pattern for most of the beat, but then I wanted to do a transition into the next part of the beat because I was going to reverse the first pattern. So I reversed the first pattern, but I needed to figure out how I was going to transition into that. So basically what I did was I took this right here, this that computer sound, and I threw stutter edit on it. So after I threw stutter edit on, what I did with the stutter edit was that I picked just a preset, but then I went through and I changed a few things in the preset so it would change the way that it sounded. And then I drew an automation clip so that it would only go off at the end of the measure, like the last 3 beats of the measure, and it would basically shift into something different. I didn't feel like doing a riser and I didn't feel like doing anything like that. I wanted to do something with stutter edit. So this is what it sounds like when it transitions. So, then it transitions into the next part of the beat. So with that being said, the thing about music that I love is that sometimes we make mistakes and making a mistake can show us something tight. So basically what happened here was I accidentally put this on the wrong pattern, and I put it on the same as this crash. And so then this crash ended up sounding like this. So it glitched up the crash. So it was pretty tight. So I like the way that sounds. So then in the beat with everything else, with the drums and everything, it sounds like electricity. So that's pretty tight. So then next, I basically just I exported the sounds and then I reversed it. And so then this is what it sounds like after I reversed that. So I thought that was pretty tight. So I used that as the intro. And then I also used that over here as I was for my second part of the beat. And so then I'm just going to play all the drums together. I switched the drums up. I switched the hi-hats. I switched the kick pattern. I switched the drums up. I switched everything up on this so that it would get a different feel. So, it gives it some just a different feel for this part of the beat. And it sounds like this. So I thought that was a good feel too. So then what I did next was I wanted to do another transition. So with this transition, basically I did the same thing with stutter edit, except for I used some different effects. So I made this pattern unique right here, so that I could still use the same pattern, but I could switch it up. And then what I did with the stutter edit on this one was I put a different pattern. I used a tape stop. I used a phaser. And then I changed a little bit of some of the parameters here. And so then I made this sound like this. So then it's going to switch into the next part. Now with the next part, knowing that he's a gamer, I wanted to do something a little different. So basically what I did next was I went and I was looking for some kind of sound that would resonate with all his fans and all his, subscribers. So I basically went and found some Mario sounds, and I basically used, the Mario, this tempo sound. And so with this, I had to chop it up a little bit because obviously it's not in time. So I chopped it up a little bit. And then I chop this up so it would be like dana 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 dana. So then here's where the fun part comes in. So now after that, what I decided that I was gonna do was I was gonna throw in a bunch of just random stuff. So I spent my time finding different noises that I know he would like, or the games that he uses in his streams. I went and found all like the different noises from those games. So like I went and he plays Smash Brothers. So basically, I went and found some Pikachu's noises and I threw those in there. Pikachu! You know, and I put them all in time. So I thought that was cool. He plays Street Fighter on his stream. So you can. So I went and found, you know, the classics, you know, just some stuff I know he could relate to. Some more Street Fighter. Yoga Flame. You know, he plays Splatoon. So I know this is like a sound I hear all the time when I watch his stream. So I went and found it. You know, so that's pretty dope. He's an old school Tecmo fan, and he plays Prime Time for Sega. So, you know, and he plays a lot of Madden.
It's in the game.
You know, so then I had that in the game. So then when I did this Mario part, what I decided to do was I basically went and found some more Mario sounds, and I threw them all in there to cut up the breaks and stuff.
Wow, 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 wow.
So then the wow, 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 wow. And then the last little thing that I did was here at the end. Basically, I took another Luigi noise and I just added it in here. So I'll just play that real quick for you guys. So you can,
Oh my God!
you know, so that sounds pretty dope. So I guess a few tips that I wanted to give you too. The cool thing about, you know, maybe if you did decide to make some beats for gamers and things like that, is that if you make a beat for your friend who's a gamer or something like that, you can take that and show it to the next person, or you can tell that person, hey, go check out this person's stream, my music is in that stream. And so then basically what you've done is that you've sent somebody to the community of the person that you sold a beat to as a gamer, and that person's obviously going to share the info with you, and then that person's more likely to share the fact that you make beats with all their friends in their gaming community. I can't stress it enough. That's what my guy Hijack did for me, and a bunch of people in his gaming community. Now they follow the something for your stream, you know, platform and all that other stuff, and they check out my music and they follow me and subscribe and all that other stuff. So, you know, just think about that too as well. You know, you never know what making a beat or selling a beat to a gamer can do for you. It might open up some other doors that you didn't even know were there for you. So take that in consideration too. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the beat for you guys. I just started a Patreon. On the Patreon, there's different levels. The first level, I'm gonna give you guys free sounds every single month. The second level, we're gonna do a bunch of Zoom calls, bi-weekly Zoom calls. You get free sounds. And the third level, we're gonna do Zoom calls. You get a one-on-one, like an hour-long meeting once a month with me and some free sound. So if it's something that you're interested in, I'll have the link below for the Patreon. Make sure you check out my guy Hijack Gaming. I'll have all his info below in the description as well. Make sure if you guys like this content, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I'm gonna play the full beat for you guys now, and I'm gonna also play just some clips from his live stream. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Something hit the keys.
Wow, 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 wow.
All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the keys.